Hey guys, MC Mura here. So this video is gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be a little bit weird, but it's because it's more of like a discussion, a talking head video. But I promise there is a point at the end, right? I just saw something recently, and it was so relatable that I wanted to talk to you guys about it, especially since it's very relevant as well to what we're going through with Street Fighter 6. So I saw a movie. It was a Korean movie called The Match. Right, I don't know if you guys seen it. It's pretty recent. The lead is frontman from Squid Games. I love this guy, by the way. But this movie, if you haven't seen it, I found it to be fascinating, especially for us who plays fighting games. It's gonna be so relatable, it's gonna hit you hard. So the premise of this movie is that you have this dude, the front man. He is a world class player. He like the best Go player. And if you don't know, Go is like an Asian type of like a board game. It's very relatively close to chess. Says that he's the best chess player in the universe, right? And he's a superstar. He's their Daigo. He's an icon. He's everywhere, and everyone love him, right? And he put Korea on the map, a legend. But he wants to give back to the community, so he still plays with the locals, he still gives them chances and all of that. And one day he found this young kid who's like 11 or 12, and he found the kid to be insanely talented. So he took him as his protege, he brought him into his house, and he was like, I'm gonna make you the best Go player. And he became his mentor, right? And they would play every day, he would teach him the game and all of that stuff. And skip forward years later, the kid is now a young adult, and the kid is also trying to participate in these tournaments. He's also trying to go pro, right? Now, what happens next is that this kid struggles a little bit, but ultimately find a gameplay design of his own. He found his own style. He doesn't want to play like his mentor, who play very aggressive. This kid want to play in a different way, very calculated, and just a complete style of his own. His mentor think this is nonsense, and you should play it the way I taught you, damn it. You're wasting your time. But the kid is... oh my god, the kid is resilient. He just, I'm gonna do this my way, and I'm gonna prove that I'm right? There is a way to do it. So one day in one of these tournaments, this kid is on a massive run. He even took down the mentor's rival, right? And they meet at the grand finals, and everyone is like, it is the mentor versus the protege, what's gonna be? And the main lead is like, oh, I mean, maybe see me in 10 years. Maybe in 10 years you will beat me. But what happens is that the protege actually wins with the style, the new style that he adopted. The new school wins, and it is shocking, and everyone is, oh my god, how is this possible? The guy is now washed, he's a has-been. It shocks him a little bit, but he's like, alright, there is a next time. And they run it the next time, and the kid wins again. And this happens for a 15 consecutive tournaments. 15 consecutive tournaments, they meet up in the grand finals, and the protege wins. The student have dominated the master. And the master is feeling so bad at this point that he wants to quit altogether, right? But later on, he tries to open up, to maybe change his way, see what maybe the others are doing. Maybe I shouldn't be so stubborn about it. And one last tournament, he's like, I'm gonna do this one last time. One last tournament, he studies up, he tries to change his approach a little bit. They finally meet at the finals one more time, and after a massively grueling set, the master wins again. And now they become rivals, and they become like epic rivals for all of the future tournaments, and now they're trading wins. I know that this movie, everything I told you about, seems like really interesting because it's all steps that we have been through as fighting game players. We all went through that period where we are just a kid, we're trying to learn, we're trying to find our own way, and we have this milestone, the mentor, but we finally get to beat that mentor, we're at our peak. And we also have been the mentors. We all have others that we taught, others that were far beneath us. No shame intended, I'm not saying that, but then they have surpassed us. And I found that to be very relatively interesting to what's going on with Street Fighter 6 and the tournament situation. Great movie. I highly recommend you check it out because you'll find it very relatable. I feel like I spoiled the whole thing, but it is immensely fun. Here's what I was saying. This was very relatable because if you're someone like me who's like a 30 plus player, 30 years old plus, you have been through the arc where you're coming up, you're starting doing well, but now you're like the mentor and all of these young kids are winning. And if you check out the Capcom Cup, the qualifiers, the players who are already auto-qualified, who have Menardi, who is relatively still young, but we're not gonna count him. But if you check this out, we have Mickey, who's like 17 or whatever, right? Yeah, that is like 17. We have Sahara, I think Sahara is like 20 or so, he's very young. Sahara is 20, Blaz, who's like 16, and now Hinao, who also is like 14, 15. These are all kids. Like these very young kids, these teens, they are dominating. They make up like half of the auto qualifiers to Capcom. Sure, you still got the NLs, you still got Fudo, you still got Xiaohai, you still got some of the old guard, but the new blood is certainly taking over. And at the start of this year, when Blaz showed up for the first time Capcom Cup, I made a video saying that we didn't understand Ryu because the old players, people like me, people who already probably played Ryu in the previous games, we had an idea on how to play Ryu, but Blaz showed us how he's supposed to work, and then we had Crimey, and before that we had Hikaru. What I'm trying to say is, it's not obviously like a one-to-one example. This is not chess, this is not Go, a game with fixed rules, because Street Fighter 6 and Street Fighter and fighting games in general, the mechanics will change. Chess doesn't get updates that change the balance, but this does. But also, we have to evolve a little bit, right? I know that for me, for someone like me, it's easy to get stuck in why is this not working. It's easy to get stuck in that mental of why am I losing to players that I dominated in Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5? Why are we trading wins now? They're not on my level. Come see me in Third Strike, but it doesn't work that way. You kind of have to evolve. What I found so fascinating was that the movie really went through the thought process of the guy who was on top but lost it, and what it took, and him remembering why he loves the game, and him remembering that he's still the GOAT, he still got it, he's still Daigo, damn it, and he just had to evolve. He had to evolve with the game. I've been rambling a lot. What I'm trying to say is, wherever you are in this journey, because we're all gonna through that arc, it is like the cycle of life anyways. The sun will rise and the sundown will happen as well. Like, it will happen, right? But try to remember why you love the game. Try to evolve, give it a chance. Maybe we should change our approach a little bit. Maybe we should try to focus on how things work and deal with it that way, instead of trying to force the game, force our own play style into it. It's been a little bit rambly, but what are your thoughts? Have you seen that movie, by the way? What are your thoughts in everything I've been saying? It's kind of rambly, I know, but I thought as a fighting game player, it was an extremely fascinating process. I would love to hear your thoughts all about it in the comment section below. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and stay safe.